Hello, everyone. Welcome to your the one movie podcast you just came across and clicked on because you saw the title of this movie. Hello, welcome.
First off, welcome to Popcorn Buckets. Second, shout out to the GM at Kraken Pro Wrestling, Donnie Harris, who recommended this movie to us.
Yep,
Um, it was something, Donnie.
dude, it was something, and you know what's sad? Is
You
the
liked it?
direct.
I
Well,
don't believe you.
eh,
It wasn't awful, but it wasn't good either.
dude, it did not age well. I was like,
It didn't age well. That's your hang up.
dude, I have so. I
That's your
don't
hill
want
you're
to.
gonna die on.
It did not age well. It wasn't 80 movies to the T.
I don't think it was an 80 movies to the T. I think it was just we got a superhero movie. How do we do this?
Dude, it was a superhero movie, all right.
Yeah. So Devin, kindly, gently, I'm running out of adjectives. Explain the movie.
And here we go. Literally, it talks about a swamp and how there's a monster in the swamp. There's not really a monster right now. And we see our main character. She's on a helicopter. And she's like, I'm here to be in this science lab in this swamp for some medical research. And everybody's like, but. Meanwhile, across the swamp, the evil gang of mercenaries is killing folks left and right. Like, literally, I didn't understand what their intentions were. Besides just killing people.
No, later they talk about their intentions in the lab. They're like, "We're here for your research," and then why take out the people working on the research if you want the research?
Okay, I was a little lost in that part. But I was just like, these guys are just going
Oh
around
no,
killing folks.
they like tried to kill the guy that was the main person behind the research, which I, Big Brain tells me that's probably a bad idea.
Big Brain tells you that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah,
Why do you say it like that?
Big Brain just tells me that. Big
Big
Brain's like, if someone goes bad with this research, I sure wish that the main person that worked on this was still here. And bada bing, bada boom, I was right.
Dude, listen. Anyways, yes, because some rich guy was like, give me the research. And meanwhile, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought Doctor I thought the Swamp Thing I thought the blonde girl was his wife for some weird reason at first. Don't know why. And she's like, I'm his sister.
I think a lot of people assumed, like, with the fan, that's why they're like, yeah, I'm his sister. Because they would assume two girls, or a guy and a girl, would be hetero in a hetero relationship. They
That's
didn't
fair.
clarify it.
Well, I was like, oh yeah, that's his wife. And she's like, no, I'm his sister. Our dad was a, and then like they just mentioned the dad, and they're like, here's the blueprints. I'm gonna put it in this lockbox.
Okay, we need to talk about the dad. They're like, yeah, sometimes the dad will get violent, and we have to pick up glass. Sometimes he's like his dad, but he
You
doesn't
thought
throw
so?
much glass. And I'm like, what a weird thing to say.
He doesn't throw much glass. I swear, he doesn't throw glass.
It was such an odd thing to say.
I know. What else did she say? What else? She said something else. She's like, he doesn't get as mad as father did. And I'm like, what?
The fuck?
You okay? And she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go
Blink
study.
twice if you're not safe.
Dude, listen, and I should not talk about anybody's physical appearance, but dude, her face when she's just staring at you, she's just like she had her upper lip was up like this. Yeah, like that, but a little bit bigger.
This is just my face.
I thought you were trying to mimic it. Like, dude,
No.
like she just had a like her lip was rising. You just see her big old front teeth. She's like, science. I'm gonna go play with plants.
You know, you really cannot comment on people's appearance when you're making a TikTok and it's just. Hold on a minute. I got to do
I
something.
know. Listen, I know, but it just. I know.
check out the random hour. I'm Devin Moore. Yeah. That's how he does TikToks.
I'm sorry, but the whole time when she wasn't talking, she just stares at you. I'm just like, can she smile?
Yeah, you do that too. You're like, go back in this video. You'll see it, Devin. Just boom, roasted.
But listen, when she died, I felt so bad. Why did you want that? Why did you want that?
Hold up. That was for roasting you.
Oh, okay. As soon as I said it, woo, she died. Like, dude. No, I know I'm funny. No.
There's no booing one.
There's not.
I can check.
Check. There's gotta be.
There's not one.
Oh, shucks.
Trust me, I would have
Used it.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude. But when she died, I was like, womp womp. And then, yeah, pretty much.
I know. That was. Oh, this is like a faux pas.
A faux pas.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Of course you want it.
But yeah, dude. Then in the fire, he jumps into the lake with the chemicals.
He didn't jump into the lake with the chemicals. He got the chemicals thrown on him that turned stuff into plants. That explodes and then plants. And so he became the plant.
Yeah, he became the Swamp Thing.
Yep.
Which, dude, that costume.
You didn't like it?
No.
Didn't enjoy it?
I did not.
Good to know.
You enjoyed it?
Oh, yeah. I've got the poster up on my wall right now.
No, you don't.
I've got a replica.
You would have a replica, but I don't think you would have it of this version.
No, I didn't like it. I was like, when we finally saw him, I was like,
it was underwhelming, wasn't it?
It was the 80s.
Yeah.
That was my response. It was the 80s, wasn't it?
I will say this. When they did do the close-up shots of his emotions, and you can tell they used a different mask for the close-up shots. The close-up shots were well done. With his facial expressions. I'll give the movie credit for that. With the suit. But don't make it obvious that you're using two different masks, okay?
I don't think they did awful. I could definitely tell where it was a cowl and it was stiff.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was definitely a choice. Because you could tell when he's like moving around, it's a cowl. And like close-up shots. Sometimes it was a cowl and sometimes it wasn't.
Yeah. But it was smart on their end to focus on his feelings because he's like, I lost my family. The girl I love is captured. I'm no longer a man. And then, dude, I'm not going to lie. When she got captured and he's like, hey, go hide in these bushes. And he put a single branch over her. I was like, why?
I'm like, man, this man knows how to play hide and seek.
Dude, you know what I'm talking about, right? When he goes to save her.
That was a joke, Devin. No, he just like gently places one branch on her.
He does.
And then just like, good enough.
He did. He was like,
that's Devin logic.
Dad. You just go. I'm gonna put you in front of this big tree, and I'm gonna put this one branch right here. You're safe.
It's Devin. I watched it, and I was like, I could roast this man, but Devin would probably do this in a real life setting. There.
We're gonna put you in front of a big tree and put a single branch here, and I'm gonna go get shot up a billion times and chunk guys into the water.
Pow, pow, pow.
Dude, and oh my god, when he got shot, he just does the whole like, ugh, and I'm just like, stop.
It was the 80s.
Like, I get it, bro, but stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not being a hero by doing the whole. And I'm like, Kyle? Kyle? Kyle, where'd you go? Kyle, where are you? Kyle, where are you?
And I'm so sorry. I accidentally clicked off.
You're good. We're still rolling.
I know, but I was like, fuck.
What did you do? Did you accidentally close off?
I accidentally closed it off, and so I had to like reopen the tab, and I was like, fuck.
Anyways, we'll keep rolling.
Well, content.
Yeah, for real. Kyle, come back. I was singing the Kyle come back song.
Oh,
But listen,
do you want to sing it for me now?
Kyle, come back. Kyle, come back, please. Kyle, come back. Don't make me do this by myself.
Well, it was
Kyle,
the
come back.
80s, so it was kind of underwhelming.
Dude, it was just. And don't get me started on that ending. Oh my god, that villain costume when all the chemicals got sprayed on him.
Listen. We need to talk about Little Pig Boy.
Kyle.
Little Pig Boy.
Kyle.
Little Pig Boy.
Little Pig Boy was also a freaking action, but the main villain looked like he got his costume from Party City. With a sword. With a medieval sword. He's like, I'm gonna cut you up with this medieval sword.
Yeah.
And Swamp Thing's like, bro, come catch these hands. And they legit.
I am the tree.
Dude, no special effects. They literally just threw hands. He was swinging and throwing hands. I was like, I am so impressed.
It was another moment where I'm like, yep, it's the 80s.
Dude, no doubt. I was disappointed there was no.
Do you know what I really enjoy about Swamp Thing now?
What?
And they're kind of doing this with Beast Boy too. Instead of him being like a science experiment gone wrong, he's part of the green.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of enjoy that now because it improves the character, in my opinion. But oh my gosh, this was an 80s movie.
Dude, down to the T. They even listen. I was watching this, and I was at school, and the nude scene that popped up, I fast forwarded so fast.
Yeah, there was boobs, wasn't there? Okay.
Yeah, because he was like, she's so pretty.
And he's like, I can't look. Oh, gonna get captured.
Yeah, and they kill me. He's like, she's so pretty. All right, I'm walking, and he just walks into the woods. He's just like, all right, I'm walking, and like his head's down, like he's ashamed. He's like, I'm so sad.
I saw boobies, and I'm disappointed in myself.
Pretty much. Meanwhile, she's like, help, I got captured. Well, I was bathing in the creek. What do you think's gonna happen when you bathe in the creek out in the woods?
Yep. All right, Devin. You about ready for my notes?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you sure we've been recording the entire time? Because I'm showing 3 minutes.
I got 13 minutes and 34 seconds.
Okay. The man kept a venomous snake in his pockets.
Dude, I had so many. I thought it would. The way they had that thing set up.
He just whipped out a snake and goes. And
I honestly thought it was a machete.
No, it was a snake. He's like, whipped it out, did the whole like.
Yeah, that guy.
And I'm like. So it was a thing.
Dude, that guy.
Immediately as she got off the plane or helicopter or whatever, sexism right out the gate. But a woman.
Was.
And I'm like, it's the 80s.
I know. That was like within like the first 30 seconds of this movie. It's like, dude, yes, it's a woman. That is a lady.
All right, Devin.
Can't be at the boys' club anytime.
Okay, you ready to move on? Or you want to talk about women more?
Women. No, go ahead.
Quicksand is dangerous natural phenomenon that occurs when water saturates loose sand, causing it to behave like liquid. It can be found in the United States, but is most common in rivers and estuaries. Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
How quicksand's formed? Water in the sand is unable to escape. Sand loses the strength, cannot support weight. It's kind of like a uh, Newtonian liquid or solid, where it's like not really a solid, but not really a liquid.
Mm-hmm.
The sand becomes quick because it shifts easily. This is a semi-liquid state. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
So, what to do if you're stuck in quicksand, Devin?
River branch and pull.
Stay calm.
Yeah, stay calm.
Lean back to distribute your body weight over a wider area. Avoid moving. Try to slow back and forth movements to loosen the quicksand's hold.
Mm-hmm.
If you start like struggling and doing all this, you will start sinking faster. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to know how to avoid quicksand?
Isn't like the old saying, take a stick and stick it in there?
You could just avoid areas that have quicksand.
But how would I know an area has quicksand?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Thanks.
No,
Just
the
like you.
internet says safety tip: avoid areas with where quicksand might be present.
But how? Internet, how do I know if an area has quicksand?
So backtracking, what it is most common near rivers and estuaries.
Rivers and estuaries?
Yes.
Basically, this movie.
So like swamps, rivers,
Mm-hmm.
near bodies of water, stuff like that.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Dennis Orchid isn't a flower in the movie.
The pink flower?
Yes. So
Huh.
Dennis Orchid's kind of real, but not really. 40-year orchid is a flower featured in Dennis. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry. So so from what I could find, this flower does exist, but it would not. From what I saw, it was not be in this area.
Right.
It's not native to North America.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So it is the Dendrobium epithet. Um, it's native to much of South Asia, including China, Japan, India, the Philippines, Indonesia, Australia, New Guinea, Vietnam, and many other of the islands in the Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
Its roots creep over the surface of root soils, and 6 leaves develop tuft. Basically, for it to be in this area, it had to be an invasive species, and it's not exactly the right environment for it.
Mm.
This is the closest I could find to it. That should also be said. So if anybody else finds a closest species of Dennis orchid, email us. Random.hour.cast@gmail.com. Let us know if we get this wrong. But the closest species type that I could find to the name was Dendrobium monoform. So it matched coloration and stuff like that. But yeah,
Nice.
so yeah, flowers. Seriously, email us if I get that wrong.
Please. Please help us.
I will enjoy hearing that if I do, because I am a nerd and I like learning things. So
Nerd.
at least I'm not a dumb jock. So
Oof. Don't make fun of me because I'm limp biscuit.
What were you expecting? A clapping sound effect or something?
Yeah, I was.
Mm. Not all of us are winners.
You're not gonna give it to me?
No.
Oh. Next no.
Okay. They disassembled the sensor and then left it in the swamp.
Oh yeah, sensor number 3.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so stupid. Like, she was sitting there on the screen and she's like, wow, what a nice factory. And then all of a sudden she's like, why is that guy laying in the river? Hey, sensor 3 is out. There's a guy floating down the river.
Yep.
Like, that's not a red flag at all for anybody around here.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, it was the 80s.
That's all you can think of. It's the 80s.
The math thing is not what I was expecting. It was the 80s.
Really?
The film goes from 20 to 100. You're like, oh, okay, they're setting up the plot. Then, boom, explosions. Boom, he's dead. Psych. He's the monster now. And I'm like,
guess what?
Yes. Yeah, I got that. The line, say hello to your boyfriend, baby, was definitely an 80s choice.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man. Is there no adult in this gas station?
Oh, yeah, the kid's like, you gotta hit it like this. That Urkel looking. All I can think of is Urkel.
Because he's wearing glasses?
Yes.
That's kind of racist.
How? He looked like Urkel.
You saw one kid with bottle lid glasses, and you're like, Urkel. It was the 80s.
I did. It was the 80s. And I did that.
Dude, how thick are your glasses again?
Don't talk about mine. Hold up. We're not here to talk about me.
I think we should.
Don't,
I really think we should.
Don't, please. No, don't cheer for him at home. Don't. My self-esteem's gonna be destroyed.
Seems like the people want to roast.
This is a long sound effect.
It's still going.
Like, really long.
It is still going.
Says,
the people are really impressed.
Thank you. I can't thank you so much. Thank you.
They were thanking me.
Thank you. Shh. Thank you. Swamp Thing was a good movie. Thank you for your criticism. Thank you.
Just like a white guy to steal the credit.
Just like a white guy to steal the credit.
Yep.
On my throat.
But no, like, this kid's just running around with this one lady, and I'm like, where are your parents?
That's what I'm saying. Did he ever say where they were?
I don't
His
remember.
parents I don't remember neither.
He's like, lady, you need to be careful. And she's like, I'm not scared. And he goes, well, I am for the both of us. And I'm like, I respect that.
And then he's like, hey, you want a Coke? You got to smack it like this. Meh. Like, he tried so hard, but he went, meh. Although, when he almost died, I did shed a little tear.
He didn't die.
He almost did.
Yeah, he almost did. And then Swamp Thing's like, he'll be okay.
Be okay, little buddy. I'm going to put you in front of this tree behind a bush. A single little twig.
No, he gave her to the girl. Said he'll be okay.
Yeah. Well,
Did you watch the movie, or were you like inebriated?
No, I was just saying. I was making a joke of how he was when he first saved her, and he's like, "I'm gonna put you in front of this bush."
What is the panic business on the road as they're a mile off the several minutes? She looks left and right and then trips. So basically, about a mile off, you see the car coming for her.
Mm-hmm.
She runs to one side of the river. She runs to the other side, looks back, it's a mile off. She trips, and immediately the car is like right on top of her, and I'm like, the fuck? And then Swamp Thing's like, nope. Gets in front, it hits Swamp Thing, he like tears it up, and the boy shows up, and he goes, what happened? And she goes, they hit a tree. And they're like, that's some tree. Tree's not even there anymore. Must have walked
Yeah.
away. And he just like stares at her like, you're not being honest with me.
I'm surprised you didn't put the sequel on the list.
Well, I wanted to get through Creature of the Black Lagoon, so.
Oh, okay.
And I wanted to get us into Studio Ghibli too.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, I saw it popped up for me, and I'm like, well, I didn't put this on the list. But that makes sense.
Also, I didn't know there was a part 2 until after we watched it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, it's like Return of the Swamp Thing, something like that.
He has healing powers with bad glowing CGI. And
Extremely.
then,
It was the 80s.
yeah. Yeah, for a bit. Okay, we talked about that. Okay, so he can heal others but not himself, was my question. And then later he's like, I need sunlight. And she goes, you need sunlight. And then so he suddenly grows back his arm.
Yeah, it's the 80s.
Hi, Devin. I got one last note.
Go ahead.
I figured Bruno was going to be poisoned, but I did not expect a little pig monster.
Yeah, me neither. I had to rewind it because I was like, hold up, am I intoxicated?
Yep.
Because at some point I didn't even know what I was watching anymore. And I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yep.
There was a few times I was like, is this the right movie?
It was the 80s.
You ain't lying.
All right, Devin. I'm on notes. What are you rating this?
You know, this movie was the 80s. Oh, excuse me. This movie was the 80s.
Make it a good movie, though.
I mean, it was something, man. I don't know, man. It was kind of.
I'm giving it a 4 out of 10.
See, I'm debating on a 3 or a 4. I think I'm gonna go with 3. I don't want to give this an 8 out of 20. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay.
7 out of 20 seems about right.
Yeah, that seems about right. Now,
because it's like it's a product of the 80s. There's 80s cliches, and you're just like, oh, how far superhero movies have come.
let's see. Swamp Thing 1982 is in the company of Double Teamed and The Mummy's Tomb 1942.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Are you on TikTok right now?
No, Jack just came through the door.
All right, Devin, what are we watching next week?
We are watching.
Are you pulling it up, or do you want me to tell you?
Just tell me, because I cannot remember. I was looking at it earlier today.
Son of Frankenstein, 1939.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never heard of that.
Yeah, it's in the Universal Monsters.
Oh, okay.
So, yep. All right, Devin. I'm out of notes. I'm out of comments. We've rated the movie. So I guess the only thing left for me to ask is, what are those?
My glasses.
Looks like you're looking through Coca-Cola. 2 Coca-Cola bottles over there.
Wow. Right back at it with the white vans. Wow.
Oh, I feel it.
Wow. You're just full of jokes today, aren't you? So you should have done the.
That's what I was trying to do, but I clicked the wrong one.
You clicked the wrong one.
I did.
I can't do nothing on my side except the only thing I can do on this side is wait a minute. Oh no, I can only chat, share screen. Never mind.
Mhm.
I can share my screen.
I'm not
As a
going to tell
guest.
you what to do or what to download, but you could probably get one on your like an app on your phone to play noises.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, as always, you can check me out on my podcast, the More Sports Podcast, the sports podcast for everybody, as well as Kyle's show, The Random Hour, where we do pop culture things, and we've brought on some awesome guests onto the show. So go check them out. And as always, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Random Incorporated, where you can watch the video versions of these episodes and some other little content we've made too. And always follow us on Instagram as Rando Bucket Boys. And hey, we're on Twitter as Rando Corporate One. And my last words are going to be, why was there a pig man and a sword and they were just throwing hands?